And you're riding a other foot on my anchor. Oh, a boy, a whole band. At you tried the end, was singing now, that I was Jesus. Oh, wow, wow, yeah, wow, shine so, and a man can see you, yeah. Oh, wow, yeah, wow, wow, yeah, oh, now I shine so, and a man can see you.
We are about to take our session. Unsingle Me. We are still queuing. It's a happy weekend once again, a beautiful Saturday, and here we are to do it again for another session. We thank the Almighty God for giving us this day and this evening. May you be blessed wherever you are. If you guys join me, let me see you and appreciate you. Just send a comment. Let me see you and then appreciate you. Wherever you are, just keep sharing. Share with other friends so that we all enjoy this beautiful evening. Keep sharing. Just keep sharing. Our time is up for us to start. Just keep sharing. And we start right away. We thank God for this day, for giving us life. May He all give us the life to be able to speak and divine wisdom to be able to impact souls. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen and amen. We began a new series on Unsingle Me, a very beautiful one people have been waiting for, and we started last week. We look at some other reasons. Today we're looking at another section again. And then last week we looked at the wrong reasons why we go into marriage or why we marry wrongly. The wrong reasons. We look at the reasons last week. So I'll just briefly go through it. And then from there we'll continue with what we have for today. The first topic that we have for today, the foundation of marriage and the 4 pillars of marriage. That's what we'll be looking at. So last week we looked at the wrong reasons why we go into marriage. And then what is the right reason why we have to go into marriage? We look at that last week. So we look at that don't go into marriage because of sex. Don't go into marriage because you think you're of age. Don't go into marriage because you think you are getting old. Don't go into marriage because you are lonely. Don't go into marriage because you need somebody to support you. Don't also go into marriage because you think that you have to support somebody. We look at all these areas. We also look at don't also go into marriage because you mistakenly got pregnant or you mistakenly got her pregnant, so you have to marry her. These are some of the wrong reasons. And then also don't go into marriage because you think that you don't want to lose the person. That's why you want to marry that person. And then also don't go into marriage because of family pressure, but the family is mounting pressure on you. Because of that, you want to go into marriage. These are some of the wrong reasons why we go into marriage. The video is there out there. You can go and then watch it, that one. And then we finally look at what's the reason why we have to go into marriage. And we said it's because of love. And then we look at the eros love that we have. And we said that kind of love that we have for the opposite sex. So it's a romantic love, sexual attraction, appetite that you have for the opposite sex. I'm not here to talk about same sex, but I'm talking about opposite sex. So this is the kind of love that you develop, and this love is the basics of marriage. If you have this, everything is beautiful. That's why we took a scripture in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the verse 8. It says that as for love is eternal, love endures all things. So love is eternal. If love is eternal, it means that if you have love for your partner, that marriage will never fail. So we say that the basis of all is love. You need to love your partner. That's the basic thing. But the other things will come in. Love, it says that the book of 2 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, the verse 4 says that love is patient, love is kind, love is not jealous, love is not conceited or proud, love is not ill-mannered, love is not selfish, love is not irritable, love does not keep account of wrongs or does not keep account of injury, and love is not happy with the evil but is happy with the truth. Love never gives up or love never fails, and love is faith, hope and patient, never fail. So if you have love, all the other things that we spoke about earlier on in the video, you will see that you will develop them. They will come. The sex life will come, the beauty aspect will come, and all the handsomeness, all these things will come. Naturally, they will all flow. So we're saying that the basis of all, the reason why you have to go into marriage, it should be because of what? Love. That's why you have to go into marriage. That's the main reason. So we can also say that love, in a way, since it's the basics, it's something that all these things sit on it. It sits on it. So we're talking about the foundation of marriage. How we have to build your marriage. Don't forget that what we are treating here is those that are in a relationship that want to marry. But if you're in a relationship for other reasons, then you should know that this topic is not good for you. So it's good for those that are in it for marriage. The purpose of marriage is good for them. So we're saying that marriage, the reason or the main thing behind it is the purpose of love, because you have love for the opposite sex or for your partner. That's the reason for that. So what is love at all? The Bible tells us that God is love. It says that God is love. So we'll take a bit of God in here. When we talk about foundation, so we should understand something, that buildings, they all have foundations. Every building has a foundation. If that building doesn't have foundation, it is not going to stand in times of storm and then anything at all. It will never stand at all. Don't forget, it can be mud house, it can be a block, it can be bricks house, it can be thatch, it can be wooden, it can be container, it can be kiosk, it can be any form at all of a structure. That's why we said marriage is an institution. An institution is a building. It's a building. So as far as you want to build, as I've mentioned earlier on, it doesn't matter any of these house that you want to build. Either it's a block house, either it's whatever house that you want to build. You will need to build a foundation. That will never stand. It could be a mud house. If you refuse to not to have a foundation for a mud house, it will not stand. So the marriage, we have different types of marriage. So the basic thing is what we are treating here. And as we move on, you will get to learn certain things, the tips that we'll be talking about. Here we want to understand the basics, or we want to understand the structure of the marriage. Because if you want to build, you look at the foundation, you look at the pillars before you raise the structure on these things. So if the foundation is strong, if the pillars are good, you will see that you're going to have a very good building. But if these are not good, it will be very terrible for you. So when we say, what do we talk about love, say being the basics, is that what that attacks somebody? You see somebody, the way the person looks, the beauty, that's what attacks you, or the handsome, it is true. But take this for example. You might see a building, but what attracts you? Is it not the paint or the structure of it that gets you attracted to the building? Is that not it? Or to the car, or to whatever it is. But when you approach the car, you don't look at the color of the car anymore. You go and then see the engine, how it is. So the building, the color will attract you, all right. But know that it is the foundation, it is a pillar that will make that structure stand. So we are trying to look at the foundations, we're trying to look at the pillars of marriage. So if this thing is situated, now you can decide to put whatever color that you want. It's your own choice. But this one you don't have a choice. It's something that is key in a relationship that leads into marriage. It's key. But apart from this, when the structure is up, you can decide to paint it red, you can decide to paint it black, you can decide to paint it white, any color at all that you want that will be attractive to you. And when we get there, that's what we're talking about, the tips in our relationships or in our marriages. So we're saying that the foundation is what? So the basic is love. So the foundation, we can say that it is love. But love is not something that we can have a hold of as a human being. But the Bible tells us that for God is love. God is love. So if you are building a relationship that will lead into marriage, the first and foremost thing you have to think of is God. That God has to be in that relationship for you. Most of the relationships are failing because you don't build it on God. There's no foundation. So a little storm comes, it falls, it breaks. There's problem in it. So we're saying that if you make God the foundation, since it is love, God is love. So if you make God the foundation of your relationship or your marriage, it's going to withstand every storm that will come your way. But we say love is eternal. Love is patient, love is kind, love is this and that. You see? So if you build a relationship on distance, it helps a lot. I used to say something, I have a term that, you see, the age in which we live now, relationship or marriage has become like a marketplace. where a handsome guy goes into the market with a counterfeit to go and buy a chicken, and he ends up buying the chicken from a beautiful lady. Instead of the chicken, he buys a voucher. That's how relationships and then marriages have become now. So the other person thinks that he's cheating the other person. The other person thinks that he's cheating the other person because of the benefit of something the person will get out of it. At the end of the day, you've all gotten nothing. So the gentleman will get home and realize that it's not chicken, but it's a voucher. The lady also thinks that I've cheated this gentleman, who also get home and will realize that it is counterfeit money. Do you understand? It is because you don't build God. If that gentleman fears God, will not use counterfeit to go and then buy anything. The same way, if that lady also fears God, will not be selling voucher there, portraying to people that it is chicken. So we say that make God a foundation. Make God the foundation of your relationship that will lead into the marriage. It's very important. So the building, you would have to lay the foundation. So that foundation, you have to put in blocks, you have to put in cement, you have to put in sand, you have to add water to it. So all these things add up. They all add up for you to be able to have a concrete foundation. It is not just any foundation. I'm telling you that most of us, we have built the foundation all right, but not on God. Some of us have built our foundations on our parents. Our parents have become foundation of our marriage. So if our parents are no more, they are humans. If they are no more, that marriage will fail. So you see that the problems will come. Your father, who has been the foundation of your marriage, he is no more there. Or your mom is no more there. So since these people are not there, it will be very difficult for you to be able to resolve any problem that comes. Some of us, it is our pastors. Our pastors are the foundation of our marriage. Some of us, it is money that is the foundation of our marriage. And that's why our marriages are not working. You see the celebrities, their marriages don't work because they don't build it on God. They build it on fame, on money, on what they get. So it will never last. But when you have a very concrete foundation built on God, you see that it is strong. When the foundation is strong, then now you can raise your structure. You can add other things to them. You can add other things to it. So we're saying that the foundation should be God. The foundation should be God. So ask yourself the relationship in which you are. Do you have God in it? Does that person have any kind of fear for God? If that person does not, it will not work. I am telling you, no matter how your partner loves you, it's never going to work. But when you have fear for God, it's going to work when the storms comes. Don't forget that there's nothing that is perfect in this world that we live in. You have problems that will come. But if you build this on God, the relationship on God, you realize that when the storm comes, since God is in there, He would in-house this for you and then take control of it. So the foundation is what we are talking about. You can be whoever you are, but it should be only one foundation, God. Your relationship can be at a apartment, can be a madhouse. It doesn't matter. It can be a brick house. It doesn't matter. It can be blocked. It can be whatever. It doesn't matter. The most important one is the foundation on which you have raised that structure. It's very, very important that we don't know this. That's why marriages are failing, relationships are failing. So you see that a guy or a lady will see a gentleman and then will ask, okay, let's go and see my spiritual father, or let's go and see our father. You see the gentleman, when it's a genuine man, he will show up. If it's not genuine, he will never appear. So if you are not asking him this thing, he would portray or be telling you that he loves you. If you join me, let me see your comment and then appreciate you, whatever that you are. I can see some people liking. Let me see your comment and then appreciate you, whatever that you are. May God bless you. May God bless you. God bless you, whatever you are. God bless you so much. So we're saying that it is because you don't have God in it. But if you have God and then that person fears God, you will say, okay, willingly, let's go and see your spiritual father, or let's go and see your pastor, or the man telling the lady, let's go and see our spiritual father. If truly that lady has genuine mind, He would accompany you. She will surely accompany you. And you go and see, because he has that good heart. So we say that that is the foundation. So build your relationship on God. Build it on God. If you don't do that, it will never work. It will never work at all. So it's very important that we take notice of this, that our foundation should be God. Our foundation should be God. So ask yourself, you're already in a relationship? Do you have God as the foundation? Who do you have as the foundation in your relationship? Ask yourself this question. If you're not going into a relationship, you have to do this, that make sure that God is the foundation of your relationship. God is the foundation of your relationship. Now, since we know that the foundation is there, I said earlier on that marriage is a building, it's a structure, and the foundation is the foremost. Now, when you have the foundation, the next thing is the pillar. You need a pillar to be able to raise the structure on it. So you need a pillar. It's very important. God bless you. God bless you so much for joining. God bless you. God bless you so much. I can see Frances. God bless you. I can see Ayen Ekia. God bless you. God bless you. So if you have the pillars, the structure will be very, very good. So we'll be looking at the pillars. So what are the pillars? As I said earlier on, these are things that you need to have in every relationship, in every marriage. If you don't have this, the building, when there's a storm, it will come down, it will collapse. It will collapse. No matter what building that you have, it should be whatever mansion, it will collapse. So that's what we're saying, that marriage is a building. People have 8 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 single room, but it's all the foundation. And everybody lives in his own beautifully. Some are living in Accra, they are in 8 bedrooms, they are happy in it. Somebody in a village living in a mud house with thatch is also living there happily. All because of the foundation is strong and they have a strong pillar. So what are the pillars that you need to know in your relationship, in your marriage? The first and foremost pillar that you should know is trust. It's one of the strong pillars that you should have. Trust. You should be able to trust each other. You should be able to believe in each other. It's very important that you trust each other. If you don't have trust, there's no way the relationship is going to work. There will be accusations all over. You accuse your partner wrongly, or whichever form or whichever way it is. So you should be able to build trust. So it's the first pillar that you should have, is trust. And trust, we have trust in 3 straight stages. The first one is fidelity. The second one is honesty. And the third one is loyalty. These 3 things, they are very, very important. Fidelity is most important, and then honesty next, and then loyalty. They are in that order of importance. So if you trust your partner, the next thing is fidelity, faithfulness. You need to be faithful. And you see, with fidelity here, if there is a dent here, it breaks the relationship or the marriage. This is one of the things that destroys marriages. Fidelity. How we have to be faithful to your partner. Cheating on your partner. You see, when your partner cheats on you, you see that marriage will not work. It will take heaven for that marriage to be able to work. So we're saying that the first one is trust. And trust, the next thing in trust is fidelity. You need to be faithful to each other. You need to believe in yourself that he is the one that I have. She is the one that I have. He is the one that I'm going to get married to, irrespective of whatever. She is the one that I'm going to get married to, irrespective of what and whatever. You know the building that you're going to build. That's why you've raised the foundation. That's why you're erecting the pillars. You don't start erecting pillars and then start changing your mind. So he's saying that fidelity is very, very important. So you should be faithful to each other. You have to be faithful to each other in the relationship. And then the next thing is honesty. Honesty, when there's a it can bring damage, but might not necessarily break the relationship. What's honesty all about? Honesty is about telling your partner who you really are. Who you really are. So who are you? What kind of person are you? What are your backgrounds? What are your records? And I'm telling you that most of us lie in relationships. You tell the person you are this, and that, but which you are not. Or you try to hold certain things from your partner. Your partner would have to find out from somebody else, and they'll be questioning you. So you said that you indent the trust that your partner has for you. So we're saying that honesty, be honest in your relationship. Be open to your partner. Tell your partner who you are. Don't say that your partner that has to tell you everything. You should also be able to tell your partner everything. So you should open up and speak about yourself. Let him or her know who you are. Let him know your flaws. Let him know your weaknesses. Know who you are. If he really loves who you are, well, you will accept and go into it. And I'm telling you that what we are sharing with you, marriage or the wedding or those things, the marriage itself is not what will change you. Will not change anything. Marriage is not anything I will say like the way you have to bake bread. That the bread, you put it in the oven and it bakes and turns into bread or something different. Marriage is not like that. It doesn't change anything at all. Marriage it's not a process. It doesn't process anything. So don't think that because you're in a relationship, the person is behaving this way. So when you marry, the person is going to change. My sister, my brother, listen to me. It's never going to work. Marriage is nothing that will deliver the person. It will never change anything. So we're saying that the pillar, one of the pillars of that is trust. And within trust, we have fidelity. The next one is honesty. So be honest to your partner. So tell your partner who you are, your weakness. Don't forget that the building, we have pillars. Some of them, the pillars are metals. Some of them, they are woods. Some of them, they are even concrete that they use for it. So the owner knows that for this kind of building that I'm having, since it is a wood, no problem, it can carry the kiosk or it can carry whatever structure that I want to have. And because he has accepted or she has accepted, we will continue to build. So tell him or her who you are. If you truly love the person, that's why it says that love does not or is not happy with evil. So tell the person who you are. If the person loves you, we would buy into it. So that's honesty. It's very important that you need to be honest. Tell your friend or your partner who you really is. So if he goes out to find out from somebody else, you have already told the person. But if you don't, and the person goes to find out, you have intended that kind of trust the person will have for you. And that might not necessarily break the relationship, like fidelity, cheating, going to take another woman, going to take another man. That one, it breaks the relationship. But this only indent it. But that dent to gradually, if you don't take time, it can destroy the relationship. So be honest to each other. And then loyalty, you have to be loyal to each other. Loyal in the sense that you have to be patient. So the trust you have for your partner, be patient with him, be patient with her. So be patient and then be open to your partner. Patient and open to your partner. You should also be communicative. You should be able to communicate. So loyalty means that you have to be patient, open, and communicative to your partner. Don't withhold anything. Just open up to your partner. So these things are embedded in one of the pillars, trust. Trust. So you should ask yourself the relationship in which you are. These things, how are they? How is it like? Your partner, how is he like? How is she like? These things, do you have that? Or you are being blindfolded. You see them, but you think that ebeye. I consider them. Till when? Oh, maybe after the marriage. Oh, he keeps telling me, oh, when we marry, this thing will change. I am telling you, he will never change. He will never change. As far as he's not ready to make a change today, he will never change tomorrow. And I'm telling you, marriage is an everlasting thing. It's something that when you get into it, you cannot come out of it. The kind of mindset we have that marriage, if I go, it doesn't work, I can just walk out. That's why we're saying that make God a pillar of it. It says that what God has put together, let no man put it apart. So if you make God the foundation of your marriage, you can never break it. You can never put it apart. Unless you build it on something else. That's why the marriages don't work. You build it on something. So we're saying that this is one of the pillars. Trust. It's very important. And then the next thing, which is also very important, is understanding. Understanding. You should be able to understand each other. It is very, very important. Understanding. Understand each other. Don't forget that your partner is coming from a different home, different background, everything different from yours. So in a relationship, the pillar as you are erecting is that you should be able to understand your partner. Know who he is. You should be able to understand him before you get into the marriage. Don't get into the marriage now that you have to be studying your partner. It's rather unfortunate that after marriage that partners begin to reveal certain attitude, character to their partners. Look, in a relationship in which you are, periodically ask your partner, please, if you have something hidden, reveal them to me. If it will help me because of the love that I have for you, I will forgive you. So if you can make it, fine, not into the marriage that you think that you're going to make a change there. No. So you need to understand each other. You need to understand each other. You need to understand each other. Know that this pillar has everything to do with going to school. Understanding has everything to do with going to school. So a husband's job is to become a student of his wife. Understanding. Here, a husband has become a student of his wife. Or a man has to become a student of his partner. Similarly, a woman or a wife should also become a student of her partner or her husband. You should be able to do this. It's an institution. So now you have to start learning who really your partner is. Don't say that he should know you. You don't care to know who he or she is. No. So there's no an end to it. All the time you have to be learning. All the time you have to be learning. All the time you have to be learning. So there are certain things that you need to be asking yourself. You need to ask yourself a question like, how well do I know my partner? So how do you know him? How do you know her? My partner, how is he? What kind of person is he? So you ask yourself this question. And then the next question you could also ask yourself, what does he like? The kind of food your partner likes. What appeals to him? What appeals to her? Not what appeals to you. These are one of the things that brings problems in marriages. That we tend to do what we want for our partner instead of what our partner wants. You need to do what your partner wants for him or her. So you see that somebody, maybe the husband likes Benku very much, and the lady says that, oh, okay, me fufu is something that I also enjoy, so let me just do fufu for him because I love him. Let me do fufu for him. You waste the time, go and buy all the items, come and prepare this nice fufu for the husband. The husband will not be able to enjoy. Then fight will happen. You are not doing what he wants. It's because you have not taken the time to study him. Study him, and he should also study you. You go as a husband or as a man, go and then buy something for your lady. Maybe that's not what she likes. You spend the money, all right, but that's not what she likes. Give what she likes to her, and she should also give you what you like. So begin to ask yourself that my partner, what does he like? What does she like? So now go and be doing these questions. And the next thing you need to also ask is, my partner that I'm with, what really makes him or her happy. Oh, as for Kofi, what makes Kofi happy? Or as for Ekuya, what makes Ekuya happy? What makes he angry? What are the kind of things that when you say he gets angry? What are the kind of things that when you say gets him frustrated, irritated? So ask yourself. So it's a school. So be a student of your partner. All the time be studying him or her. Keep studying the way he talks to you, the way she talks to you. So you should be studying. You see, marriage is not for everybody. I always say it. Marriage is not for everybody. It is not for everybody at all. So if you are not ready to be a student, that's a school. It's not for everybody. Not everybody will go to school. So it's a school. So if you are not ready to learn, well, then it will not work. So don't go in at all. How would you go to school? Your parents paying your fees or you paying your fees. You go at the end of the day, you fail. It's the same thing. So if you don't want to learn, you're going to fail. If you don't want to learn about your partner, who he or she is, it will not work. So it's important that you know these things about your partner. So what are his reactions towards certain situations? What are her reactions towards certain situations? And what are her reactions, or what does she feel in certain ways? What does she feel? Your partner, the way you talk to him, how does he feel? Does he enjoy the way you talk to him? What are his reactions? The way you talk to your lady, how does she feel? What are her reactions? So if you are not ready to learn, you will not be able to know all these things. As a man, when your lady is in her menses, you know, women when they are having their menses, their mood change. The mood change. So when the mood changes like that, you should be able to know that it's a time that you need to yourself accommodate certain things. There are times when you get there, some of them talk harsh, some of them react in a certain way. So if you really know your lady, who she is, you won't take that as something that will be a welcome. You know that will come and pass away, and she will regain her normal lifestyle. She will come to her normal seal again. You see. So if you don't know your lady, you won't be able to know all these things. You see, that's why you need to have only one partner. If you have one partner, you will take the time to learn about your partner. But if you have multiple partners, how will you have the time to learn? Even yourself, you don't have time to even accomplish your own things. When will you have time to be able to learn about your partner, to know all these things? But I'm telling you, these things are coming to you listening to me. You watching me live, that your marriage is going to work. If you wreck this pillars in your relationship, it's going to work for you. And the Lord says, let me bring this to you. So stay tuned, continue enjoying as we move on. We will soon finish, and then you can go and do whatever that you want to do. Let's move on to the next one. So the second thing, as we said, is understanding. So begin to develop understanding for your partner. Know who your partner is, how she feels. If you know all these things, it will be very easy for you to accommodate certain things. It will be very easy for you to just read into your partner, to know the kind of situation she is, the kind of situation he is. But if you don't do these things, you will take things for granted. And whatever somebody comes to tell you, that's what you will take. Yesterday, I overheard somebody, a lady who was so sad because the boyfriend in the state called that. Somebody called him to tell him that he saw her with some other gentleman. In fact, the lady was so pissed off that, so up to now we've been there 3 good years. We've been there for 3 good years. Doesn't mean that you don't know me. You don't know me. You see, if you know your lady, how would somebody come and tell you this thing, and then you take, and then you waste your time almost an hour? They spent almost an hour just arguing over this thing. Why do you have to use this time to do something good? You see, so we see that begin to study, learn, take the pride away, take the arrogance away. If you truly love him, if you truly love her, have the time for him. have the time for her, and then learn about him or her. As you said, he is coming from a different place. You also come from a different place. So, like, do you know that the saying, what do you mean? To some group of people, in some families, it's an insult. If you say this to your spouse, if you don't take time, he will give you back to you. But it's just when you ask you what you've said, I didn't get you well. Can you come again? Do you understand me? So you have to know that he's coming from a different background. You also come from a different background. So it's up to you to be able to learn. You learn. So the relationship or the marriage is an institution. Continue to learn. Learn. And if you know your partner very well, your marriage is going to be beautiful. I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful. Then let's move on to the third one. The third one is respect. The first we mentioned trust, and the second we talk about understanding. The foremost trust, and then understand. If you understand your partner, you know how to respect him. You know how to respect her. Don't forget that respect, we have normal respect that we have for people, normal reservations that you have for people. But marriage is something different from normal kind of people that you have, friends that you have, that you say you respect them. Yeah, this person, you're going to be with him or her for the rest of your life. Unlike that friend, unlike that boss that you respect, that you see only once, maybe in a day, or you don't have to spend the whole of your day, week, month, or years with. Are you getting me? So, in a relationship, you need to build respect for each other. A man should not say, you are the lady, so you need to respect me. No. A man needs to respect the lady, and the lady also needs to respect the man. Respect has to be reciprocal. It has to be mutual. Something that both of you give each other. You should be able to respect. So, if you have really understood your partner, you will see how you have to respect him. You will see how you have to respect her. Because you have already studied her and you know who he or she is. So you respect some people. There are certain things that you only do, though you are respecting, they see it as disrespectful. Like I'm saying, what do you mean? To them they see it as maybe an insult. So you don't use that word. You use some other word. There are some people when you say come again, he might work towards you, or you might take it the other way. So begin to respect each other. Respect. Oh, Kofi, God bless you so much for making it. You are here. God bless you so much. God bless you. Kofi, God bless you. That's one of my sons, my new son. God bless you. God bless you so much, Nkumase. So, we're saying that you need to develop respect for each other. Respect each other. You see, these celebrities that we have on the social media, they tend to respect their boyfriends, respect their husbands. But in the room, they don't do that. They don't cook, they don't do certain things, they talk trash, they talk anyway. And we're saying that respect is one of the pillars. So if it's not there, it will collapse. So if you have trust, you have understanding, and you don't have respect, the building will unbalance. So it will not hold. So you have to respect the person's feelings. As far as you have understood him or her, respect the feelings. Respect who she is. There are some people, the person has some weakness, and the person has disclosed that to you. You need to respect the person. Don't use that to insult him or her. Respect him. Respect her. It's because you love him. It's because you love her. So respect the person. Don't forget that the respect you give to your spouse or your partner, it's like you are selling him or her to the outside world. So don't forget that if people insult your partner, it's because of you. You have portrayed that to them. You have given them that because the way you talk, maybe your friends, the way you talk to your partner, to your friends, they see you don't respect him, you don't respect her. So they can also get up and then say anything. A friend can call your partner and insult him or her. It's because of you. If you truly respect him or her, before your friends, before your family, your colleagues at work, you will see that they're also going to give the same respect. Hey, I want to papa. You understand? Don't try at all. Don't try at all. You take it easy. You understand? So respect is very, very important. One of these guys, one of these musicians that recently he was jailed. The wife was saying, enough of all the social media talks and things. My husband is back home. Enough is enough. It's because she has that respect for the husband and wouldn't want people to be talking about him everywhere like that. You see, so develop that respect for your partner. Don't say that if you get married, you will do it. No, it's a conditional statement. Don't try at all. So start it now. And if you start now, your marriage is going to be beautiful. I always say that it's the beauty of the marriage that we're looking at. It is not the beauty of the wedding. It's not the beauty of whatever. It's not about your handsomeness. It's not about your own beauty. But it's about the beauty of the marriage. So we're saying that the marriage is a building. So there are people living in Atakpame. They are happily living there. There are people living in 8 bedrooms. They are happily living there. But you see, there are some people living in 8 bedrooms, but they are not happy. They are not happy because of the foundation. So when it started raining, you see that then they are not happy at all. It's because of this. So when you have strong pillars, when the storm is heavy, you won't fear anything. You are not going to fear anything because you know that as for your pillars, they are very strong. Your pillars are very strong. You trust your partner. You trust your husband. You trust your wife. You understand your wife. You understand your husband. You respect your husband. You respect your wife. So no matter the storm, you'll be able to withstand it. It doesn't matter that your marriage is like Atakpame. It doesn't matter that it's a kiosk. It doesn't matter that it's a container. It doesn't matter that it's a tent. As far as you have the foundation very strong, built on God, you have these pillars erected, then your marriage is going to be beautiful. Then the last thing is faith. It's faith. Look, these 3 things are very, very important. If you have these 3 pillars, the building will stand. So when you add the 4th one, which is faith to it, then where we. So develop faith. You need to develop faith in each other. That as for me and my spouse, as for me and my partner, we have faith that this relationship is going to work. So that's the 1st pillar. Develop that faith that is going to work. Maybe today things might be rough. Today maybe your partner might be going through serious issues. But because of the faith that you have, that the marriage is going to work, you will still going to be with him or her. So develop that faith. It's very important that you develop faith. Develop that faith for your partner that is going to work. So in the relationship, that faith is very, very paramount. Faith is very, very paramount. If you don't have faith, there are most people in relationship today, which I know you are not going to be one of them. You don't have faith. If you ask them, oh, so how far now? How are we faring? Your relationship, where have you gotten to now? In the Musa, I hear ready in him. Who hear ready in him? So you don't know what you are yourself. You don't know what you are into. Who hear ready in him? You see, it's because you don't have faith. So we are saying that develop faith here. The kind of faith we're talking about here is not the faithfulness we spoke about. Faithfulness is about fidelity. It's about fidelity. But here the faith that you have here is being hopeful. Being hopeful that as for my relationship, it will work. As for my dating leading to marriage, it will work. As for my marriage, it will work. So that's the kind of faith that we're talking about. It's something that you don't see with your naked eyes, but you believe that it's there. So you develop faith in each other. All the time you have to develop faith. So if you have this 4th pillar in your relationship, I'm telling you, you're going to have a beautiful marriage. or if you're already into marriage and you're able to develop these things, your marriage will be so beautiful. So pray about faith also, that God should be able to help the two of you to develop faith in your relationship. If you don't, everything in this world that has to do with two people is about faith. So if you don't have faith in what you are doing, it will never work. Even Christ even said that because my family, you people, you don't have faith, I won't do any miracle here. It's all about faith. So if you have your faith, you have that faith in the marriage, irrespective of who you are, that marriage is going to be nice. That marriage is going to be beautiful. So it's something that we need to be doing. It's something that we need to be building. So these 4 pillars are very, very important. It's very, very important. Don't say, for me, I don't have money. For me, I am not intelligent. For me, I am not handsome. For me, I'm this and that. It doesn't matter. Those things, they are the kind of structures that we talk about 8 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, single rooms, and whatever rooms that you have. But as for this, they are key. They are key that you should have. Begin to trust your partner. If you don't have trust for him or her, you better walk out of it. So that trust, we spoke about fidelity, honesty, loyalty. And then the next one is understanding. Begin to understand each other. You have to become a student now to be able to learn more about your partner, to be able to know him or more. There are some partners that they will hide certain things. Even though hidden, it means that you yourself, you've not taken the time to study him. You've not taken the time to study her, to know who really she is. Until after the marriage, then the person will start developing. Then you say that, you know, and I'll start developing certain habits. And you say, I think I'll start to develop you. He has that habit. But because you were blindfolded, so you were not open, your eyes were not open to see. But I pray in mighty Jesus' name that whatever relationship you are, may the Almighty God open your eyes. May He open your spiritual eyes so you can see your partner who really is before you go into that marriage, before you move into that marriage. Because for the marriage is an everlasting thing. And don't think that you are going into it to withdraw. Have it at the back of your mind that your marriage is going to be beautiful. Your marriage is going to work. So if it is going to work, then pray that may the Lord open your eyes so you know who really your partner is. For example, for me like this, I live real life. I don't do what the ordinary people do. I don't know what the ordinary people do. So for my partner, if you don't study me, you might mistake me. You might mistake me. So you need to take time to study. For me, for me, you would have to be a good student, a brilliant student, to be able to know who I am. The same way, I always try to be a brilliant student. So I always pray, God, give me wisdom. Not only to make money, give me wisdom, give me knowledge, give the insight to be able to understand my partner. To be able to understand my partner. To know who really is. You see, if you develop this, it will help you a lot. It will help you. Forget about those kind of marriages, you know. Ask yourself, do they work at all? They will spend all the millions, all the dollars a year maximum, 2 years, 3 years, then it has collapsed. All because they don't have pillars. They don't have pillars. If you don't have pillar, then that building will not hold anything at all. So begin to develop these pillars in your relationship before you get into the marriage. If you're already into the marriage, develop it. It will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. So the last one, we say that faith. Build that faith in your relationship. Begin to believe in yourself. As far as you're able to trust, as far as you're able to understand each other, as far as you're able to respect each other, then faith should be able to work. Faith should be able to work because you've already know who really she is, who really he is. So now develop that faith that because I know him and I know he's a nice person, he's a good person, he's a God-fearing person, he's this and that, I know my marriage will work. It's because of certain hindrance. That's why the things are going this way. But since I have faith, I know that it's going to work. So may the Lord bless you wherever that you are. My cherished viewer, may the Lord Almighty in heavens pour His blessings upon you. If you're already into your relationship, begin to develop these pillars, and your relationship is going to work. Your marriage is going to work. If you're not going into it, pray and then go over this over again, so that when you have a partner, you develop these things, and it's going to help you. I've been telling you that it's not about the counseling that we're going through. Counseling doesn't do anything at all. Counseling doesn't add anything at all. Doesn't do anything at all. There are most people, they don't go for counseling, but their marriages are working. If you develop these pillars, you don't need any counselor. If you're able to develop these pillars for your building, you develop pillars for a building, and you have erected it, you don't need any architect again to come and tell you that the building is this or that or that. The pillars are strong already. You don't waste your time going anywhere. Do you understand me? So we see that these are key. You need to have these things. After this, then you can add the beauty to it. You can add certain beauty to it. Let me do it this way. Let me do the structure this way. Let me turn it this way. But this one, there's no turning. You cannot change these things. They are key. They are key. It's very important that you have this. So this is what the Lord wants me to share with you this very day. May you be blessed in your home. May you be blessed in your office. May you be blessed on the bus, on the train, wherever that you are. And you'll be able to make time to watch me live. May the Almighty God answer your prayers. May whatever thing that you are not even able to ask for, but in your heart, the Lord knows your heart more than anything else, and He will answer you. I pray that may the week ahead be fruitful. May the Almighty God be with you throughout the week. And then until we meet next week again with another series, you're going to give testimony in your relationship, in your marriage. May I use this opportunity again to thank Frances, Mr. Frances, may God Almighty bless you for the airtime you've given me. May God bless you and replenish you. May I use the opportunity to also thank my manager, KP, for making this program available. In fact, I am eternally indebted to her for always making sure that I have this program available, for providing all these things to me this time. I also thank Brother Kingsley for giving me this beautiful office to all the time come to you and then give you these beautiful messages. The big and biggest thanks go to the Almighty God for making sure that you're able to watch me live and then me to be able to give you this message. May the Almighty God bless us and take us through the night. May you have a beautiful night. May the Lord bless your home, bless your bed, bless your office, and everything you touch should be fruitful. Until meet again, have a good night.